ano ba yung biggest goal ko? Ano ba yung next goal na kailangan ko? Lifestyle inflation hit me. Gift that I can offer to you is learning from my personal mistake. And iba yung sense of accomplishment mo when you make your first million. So hi guys, welcome to another vlog, and of course, I'm in the hotel. Alam niyo naman mahilig ako sa hotel, di ba? Pero lagi ako napapaisip na every time I'm here, I always make sure na productive ako and I want to create a content. And for today, sabi ko nga, I want to talk to you about my journey on making my first 1 million. I know that this is not something new. Maraming tao already has made these kind of content. But I just want to share my personal journey. And my journey will start and is about me making my first million when I was still in corporate. So yes, I started in corporate. I was laking corporate ako, which is day job, diba? It's a 9-to-5 job. And I was always in telco back then. And tagal ko doon. As in, sobrang tagal ako doon. We all started somewhere, and of course, kahit sabihin mong 9-to-5 yung job mo, technically it was never 9-to-5. And talagang bugbugan, ang dami mo kailangan. Bugbugan in terms of work, ha? Hindi naman bugbugan na physical. But hindi siya naging madali ang journey, but fulfilling. And I think a lot of the things that I've learned now is also because big part talaga siya nung I was growing up in corporate. I was doing that job, that day job that I have. Syempre, I want to share my tips, my tricks, ano naging journey ko, and of course, a lot of my mistakes. I think one thing that I want to share, and ba't ko siya gusto gawin right now, is because I want to share with you that the journey was not easy for me as well. Hindi siya parang, oh my God, we always just see the glamour na parang, hindi, na-reach mo na siya eh. But it was not easy. There were so many temptations, ang daming tukso, ang dami kong in-enjoy sa buhay ko because I was now earning money. And of course, I want to share this for everyone that is starting. You might be a student right now, para at least pwede mong iwasan tong mga, paano ba siya? Obstacles. Diba? Or if you are already, diba, yuppie, diba, young professional, diba, millennial, Gen Zer, at least kaya mo nang maiwasan yung mga pagkakamali ko dati. Or if ever you're still in your journey, you're still already working, it's never too late. Like my previous video, di ba, reaching or making your first 100,000, it's never too late. Kung kailan mo siya gustong gawin, start it today. Di ba? The best time, di ba, laging sinasabi is yesterday, but the next best time is today. So, ganun po siya. And now, let's begin my journey on making my first 1 million. Guys, syempre, I want to talk about how I did the journey there. So, I do have my 9-to-5 job. And the 9-to-5 job ko dyan, I was almost there for a decade. So, isipin mo, 10 taon na ako nagtatrabaho doon. And I would like to say naman na, in fairness, luckily, I was able to enter the, job market, or let's say the professional market with a relatively higher minimum wage na salary, di ba? Medyo, kasi I entered as a management trainee, so medyo mas mataas yun naman yung nakuha namin. Luckily, in the industry that I was in then, definitely may mga bonuses rin sila binibigay every single year, but the bonuses always depends on the market performance, depends on your personal performance as well, meaning, gaano ka kagaling mag-perform sa trabaho mo, di ba? The better you perform, the better, the more you can get in terms of your bonus. And then, swinerte rin naman ako that we had 14th month pay. So, di ba, at least mas may bonus siya compared to the standard bonus that is required by law. May plus 1 month naman kami, kaya may 14th month kami. Relatively, di ba, at least medyo mas lucky naman ako doon ng kahit paano, ng bahagya. I want to also share that that was my first, di ba? Yun yung day job ko eh. After some time, I was able to, let's say, do or save up some more money. And alam niyo naman ako, makulit yung utak ko eh. I like to do a lot of side hustles, and doon rin ako nag-start ng side hustling. I was able to use my talent. Sinasabi ko, ang pinaka-importante here also is, don't go into a side hustle na because narinig mo na uso siya. Remember that you, me, everyone in the world has their own special talent. And use that special talent, maximize, utilize, use it to your advantage. Magaling ako mag-events planning, magaling ako mag-plan in terms of activations. Because for the longest time, I was doing some of that sa corporate job ko. When I was in college, we were always doing activities, we were doing events. So, I was able to get side hustle and side gigs maybe during, kung may free time ako Saturday, Sunday, na pwede ako gumawa nito. Events, activation, go! Push ko yan. Then, kikita ka ng konti rin, di ba? Meron ka rin parang, mas malaki siya sa minimum na kinikita mo. Because, again, your talent is special. Kaya babayaran talaga ng tao yan for you. And then, when I was able to save more, what I did was like side hustle businesses. Dati nag-food F&B business ako with some of my friends. I also have my home accessory business. Meron ako bags business back then, di ba? Bags, leather good businesses na every Saturday, di ba? Pupunta ako, titingnan ko, magdodraw ba ako, ika-craft ba yan, titingnan ko, quality check. Nagsa-side hustle rin ako, di ba? That's why I want to say that those are some of the journeys that I also had, di ba? Not only the corporate, I also definitely had my side hustle. That's my tip when it comes to side hustling din. Na parang, you have to go with what you want. And what I want to open na to the world right now is that there are so many new side hustles here. You can have, let's say, affiliate marketings, di ba? Yung mga gumagawa ng mga user-generated content. Tapos may mga Shopee links, Lazada links, mga ganun, di ba? You can post your mga videos yan. You can be a video editor, you can be a graphic, whatever you think you can sell in your free time na pwede mo i-maximize, utilize, pwede mo siya ibenta, that can generate revenue for you as well. Diba? I want to share na yun yung mga some of the things that I was doing. But syempre, I always say, wag naman tayo dun sa mga illegal stuff, diba? Yun lang yung one thing na please, ayoko. But that's two of my primary sources of income when I started out, or in my journey, getting my first 1 million pesos. Yun talagang dalawa lang talaga yun. But syempre guys, I cannot be a hypocrite. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin sa inyo na naging madali ang proseso. I don't think it was easy. It was never easy for me as well. Because, syempre guys, remember that I was starting off my career, di ba? I was working in BGC. A lot of your coworkers, a lot of your friends will definitely invite. Pag nasa BGC ka kumain, mahal talaga siya. I do love traveling rin. Alam nyo naman yan, di ba? Nakikita nyo sa mga content, di ba? I do love buying things then. And back then, I'm the type of person na I find external validation. So, gusto ko talaga yung mga binibiling gamit, magandang gamit mo, kasi I'm a sucker for those things. I'm a bagaholic, di ba? Yun yung mga nagiging tukso way back then as well. And of course, there's a lot of FOMO eh. Yung parang, oh, mga friends mo sa office, kumakain sa labas. Ikaw ba, hindi ka kain sa labas? And BGC food is not that cheap, di ba? Ever since naman eh. Kung how many years na ako nagtatrabaho doon, the prices of food, definitely, pag lalabas ka kumain, is 500 pesos. Pinaka-maliit, pinaka-cheap talaga, I think 500 pesos. Kung magpa-fast food ka, baka nasa 100 pesos, 120, 150 pesos. But other than that, di ba? Ganun talaga yung minimum mo. Paano kung nag-invite pa yung mga tao para magkape? Adi guys, 200 pesos ka agad yung isang kape mo, isang baso ng kape, di ba? Ang daming mga tumutok sa sayo, ang daming mga FOMO challenges mo, ang daming moments that will really question and make you want to spend money. And for me, my journey when I was earning my first million, not going to lie, di ba? It took some time. I also want to share with you that hindi ko rin sobrang pinagkait sarili ko sa mundo. To be honest, that's one thing that I wanna say na I think there are ways for you to still enjoy life, still reaching your goals, still reaching your money or financial goals, pero hindi mo kailangan mabaon sa utang, hindi mo kailangan sobrang kawawain sarili mo. There is just certain plannings that you have to do. And that's why I think I wanted to create this video. It's because I believe when I was making and reaching my first 1 million goal, hindi ko naman pinagkait sarili ko with a lot of things. But if I could have just taken the time to rethink some of my spending habits, my savings habit, I would have reached my first 1 million earlier. I could have had more potential investment growth compared to where I am now. But, syempre, for me, there are no regrets. It is what it is, di ba? Nangyari na yun eh. Syempre, you watching this right now, I think the best gift that I can offer to you is learning from my personal mistakes. And you reaching yours faster than me is a gift from you to me. Gusto ko ang bagal ko mag-isip, guys, because syempre this is a very personal journey that I had. And creating this video, hindi ko na-realize na, oh my gosh, the flushes of the mga mistakes, the memories, bumabalik siya ngayon. Happy pa rin naman ako na ginagawa ko siya because I'm sure marami sa inyo will enjoy it. Marami will also want to hear these stories and some other perspective that I personally might have. And if it resonates to you, please let me know kasi natutuwa talaga ako kung nakakatulong ako. A lot of you will ask, bakit mo ba, Jax, gusto ko kumamit ng first 1 million? I think it was two-pronged. The first one was also saying na medyo matagal na ako sa workforce, di ba? Imagine na nasa 5 to 6 years na ako nasa workforce. And I was saying na, wala pa ako masyadong big goal. Parang, yes, hindi ako nag-overspend, hindi ako, in fairness, nababaon sa utang, hindi rin naman ako nagkukulang sa monthly expenses ko. On the other side of myself, I was saying na, ano pa ba ba yung biggest goal ko? Ano ba yung next goal na kailangan ko? I already had my first 100,000. Then I had to challenge myself. Ano pa ba? So I said, baka 1 million is the next goal. Next stepping stone. That was the first one. Na parang sabi ko, no, I need to have a bigger goal, which is my first 1 million. But guys, eto, medyo mababaw tong goal ko. It was because of also, remember na may mga private banking tayo, di ba? Na parang, oh, if you reach a certain ADB, di ba? Average daily balance or total relationship balance, meaning the total money that you have doon sa bank na yan, calculated siya every day and then over 30 days mo. Kung that's sa 1 million pesos ka, you will become a Premier Banking. So, parang sabi ko, parang maganda rin to gawing goal. Pag pupunta ka sa branch, pwede ka doon sa Premier Banking lane, di ba? Or Fast Pass lane, or Fast Access lane. Then you will have a certain membership card, di ba? Meron kang, oh, membership card, nakaka-discount ka sa mga malls, di ba? Or you can get a premium credit card, gano'n, di ba? Siyempre, alam nyo guys, I really love credit cards. Sabi ko, parang gusto ko to maging goal kasi pwede ako maging Premier Banking tapos na-reach ko pa yung personal financial goal ko na 1 million pesos. So I said, go! Check na gusto ko siya gawin. So that actually encouraged me to say na, hindi, let's reach that 1 million. And then, remember that even if I started having some form of investment early on, I was never consistent. And I was not consistent. So, parang dun ko rin sinabi na, baka naman this is time for me to rethink. Matagal na ako na sa corporate. But now, ano pa ba yung gusto ko? Ano pa ba yung next goal natin? Grow my investment. So I said, this is the time na if I will want to grow my money, my savings, hitting my first 1 million, I also need to make sure that alongside with it, dapat nag-i-invest na rin ako. And this is where everything came in na parang, oh, I should also say na I should start investing regularly. Dito na ako nagbubukas ng more and more mutual funds, UITF ko. Dito rin ako nagbubukas ng, okay, learning more about stocks, getting my feet wet. Not only that, dito na rin nagsastart ng, okay, ano pa ba yung pwede kong gawin? Cooperative, mga co-op sa office. Dito ako naging more consistent na lumalaki ang sweldo ko year on year. But lumalaki ba ang savings ko? Ang savings rate ko? And lumalaki rin ba ang investment ko? Ang kadalasan nangyayari kasi guys, diba, is lumalaki nga ang sweldo mo. Lumalaki expenses mo. And that happened to me rin. So parang napaka-question rin ako, ay parang lumalaki sweldo ko, may bonus nga ako, pero may savings rate, laging, ay, nandiyan lang siya, steady lang siya, hindi siya lumalaki. Me rethink na parang, Jax, may mali na dito. We need to rethink na dapat lumalaki rin ang savings mo and investment mo. So that really pushed me to say na, Jax, focus. Focus on hitting your 1 million, focus on investment, focus on making sure na we do not overspend, and dito na rin ako nag-multiple types of bank accounts para out of sight, out of mind. I told myself na, no, itago na yung pera ko more religiously. Kasi dati, di ba, tinatago ko nga siya. Pero dapat ngayon, taguin pa natin even more harder. Kasi nga, out of sight, out of mind. Di ba? That's where my turning point became. Na parang, yes, I was enjoying my life. Yes, may pera pa rin naman ako. But was my money in terms of my savings investments growing, or was it always just steady? Doon ka matatamaan ng lifestyle inflation. Yan na yan. And yes, hindi ako maging ipokrita sa inyo guys. Lifestyle inflation hit me. Kasi, ay, ito, gusto ko itong umalis. Labas tayo with my friend. Travel tayo ng ganyan. Go. Hindi ko nga siya inutang. But the thing is, hindi na lumalaki yung other portions of my life. Diba? Hindi na masyado malaki savings ko. Hindi rin lumalaki masyado investment ko. That said to me na, Jax, may mali na. Rethink. So sabi ko, okay, upuan na natin to. Gagawin na natin to and ita-target natin yung first million natin. So before I share my tips, guys, I wanna say na when I hit my first 1 million, it was really kalat-kalat. Sa ibang passbook mga yan eh. Sina-add ko, oh my God, ito na yung first 1 million ko. But it took me some time. And I wanna tell you na matagal siya. Even if I was always thinking na parang every year, ganito ko kalaki yung kinikita ko because of my daily job, because of my bonuses. But it made me think na, alam mo, I could have had it so much early on if hindi lang ako naging magastos. If hindi lang ako nag-give in sa luho ko. Again, sabi ko, no regrets. And when I was able to hit that first million, I celebrated by myself. I don't think it's something that you need to announce to the world, oh my God, I hit my first million. Pero guys, lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo, di ba? Keep it to yourself because iba rin yung joy and iba yung sense of accomplishment mo when you make your first million and when you do it because you wanted to do it for yourself. Remember, it's never for someone else. It's always your personal goal. Ikaw yung talaga may gusto niyan. And when you achieve it, iba yung magiging drive mo to make your next few millions. And mali mo, you might be a billionaire, diba, in this lifetime. But for me, guys, keep it to yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be shared with other people, but share it with people who would be your cheerleader. And if you're the type na nahiya ka to share it with somebody else, I can be your cheerleader. I would root for you. And now, I want to share with you, syempre, I think I've written down here tips for you to hit your first million. The first one is definitely, to be honest, lagi ko sinasabi to, alam kong sabi nyo, ito na naman ba? But it is to definitely track your expenses. I know, ayaw niyong gawin yan. I have the asset sheet here. I have the budget tracker here. Guys, track it. You have to make sure na alam nyo lahat ng labas at pasok na money mo. You know, it can be very different from each person. Diba? Pwede kayong to the T, but pwede ka rin big chunks, depending on what works for you. Personal finance has to be very personal. It doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all. All the templates that I share here, adjust it to your own liking. Kung ano magfi-fit sa lifestyle mo. And of course, try to please avoid, lagi sinasabi yan, the trap of trying to look rich. Because I fall in that trap so many times because I was so conscious of how I look. And syempre, I have my own imposter syndrome. Meron rin akong, I always try to doubt myself. And it took me so long for me to be comfortable with myself. And I don't want to rush that process. But if it is something that I can share with you, to be honest, all the things that I've bought just to impress other people back then, wala siyang kwenta. Because lagi ko naisip that person I might meet once in my life. And then, the things that I bought na napakamahal, it will affect me a lifetime. Because pera ko yun Kaya di ba lagi sinasabi, basta wala akong sinasaktan na tao, I am comfortable, you don't need to really impress other people. Remember that you're living your life once. And the person that you need to impress is definitely yourself. Sometimes I still have imposter syndrome. Ayoko magsinungaling. Ayokong maging epokrita sa inyo. But I try to keep on thinking that I'm living my life for myself. I try to pep talk myself into it. And ignore the noise that doesn't matter to me. Again, if people talk behind my back, pag nakikita ko na pinagtatawanan ako ng tao, if they do not matter, they don't value to me, then whatever they say doesn't matter. But if somebody that I care for gives me feedback, like you guys, diba? Because you care about me, those value. And those I will listen. Diba? Parang ganon. That's a very nice tip. If you can diversify with your small hustle or side hustle mo, definitely do it. But in terms of your side hustle to earn more, you always do something that you love. Hindi pwede because narinig mo from somebody else na maganda to, gagawin mo siya. It might not be the same for you. When I started yung mga business side hustle businesses ko, there are times at night na kino-question ko na yung sarili ko na parang, my gosh, naiiyak na ako kasi gabi na hindi pa ako makatulog, ang dami pang gagawin, may day job pa ako. 12 o'clock midnight na nagbabalot pa ako ng ipapalala move ko the following day. But natutuwa ako because the feedback of the buyers, natutuwa sila with the product, that makes me happy. And that's because I do what I love. Kaya nga parang if you ask me, Jackson, ano pwedeng side hustle? I need to always throw back the question to you, ano ba yung gusto mong gawin? And then do that because you have your own talent. I don't believe that walang talent ang mga tao. There is. But as long as you can maximize that talent, di ba kung magaling kang editor, sell your editing skills. You have to do things that you love and that you're good at because your talent will help you grow your money. Your talent is money. Diba? Parang ganun siya And some people na kung wala sila yung talent na yan, you can sell your talent for them to augment their skills. But syempre, you have to be compensated fairly for that talent or for that time that you gave, diba? And syempre guys, invest early. Diba? When I was trying to hit my first million, if I already have my emergency fund, I already have all of my budget, I have my savings na rin naman, invest early. Because remember that investing early, if only talaga I started earlier, I could have bought more stocks, funds, mutual funds, UITF, yung mga ganun, I can have placed more money in co-op rather than buying stuff. Again, compounding interest will always play in your favor, but it needs time. And you have to be consistent. That's one thing na, if I could really have turned back time, kaya gumagawa ng investing 5,000 pesos na vlog, if you can invest early, go. But remember, this is not financial advice. Going into investing na dapat research mo and dapat alam mo na may mga risks involved dyan. Hindi pwedeng pumasok ka lang because narinig mo sa ibang tao. That's the wrong way. And do not invest because people say it or do not invest giving your money to other people. Do it yourself. Kasi guys, marami akong mga videos doon. My mistake was always giving my money to somebody else. Because most often than not, doon ka na sa scam, doon nawawala yung pera mo. And then of course, track your goals. Diba? Like my first 100K video, track your next goal. It doesn't necessarily have to be 1 million kaagad. Pwede ka mag 100,000, 500,000, before you reach your 1 million. But track your goal as well. That's why I have all of these spreadsheets. Manually track it. Dati, alam nyo, wala pa akong ganito mga spreadsheets. nakasulat na yun sa notebook. But now, nandito yung mga tools, nandito yung mga apps that can help you track it. Because you have to see your little milestones, little goals, and it will become bigger and bigger. And then, pag nakita mo na siya, your brain is hardwired to see and achieve goals. Kaya bakit checklist works for us? Because pag nakikita mo, unti-unti nare-reach mo yung mga goals na yan, yung mga checklist mo yan, mga to-do mo na yan, it drives something in your brain that makes you want to drive further, that makes you want to accomplish this goal and make sure na kaya mo siya. And the same way with your financial goals. If you track it, if you measure it, then alam mo, oh my God, nakikita mo unti-unti siya lumalaki. The asset sheet that I created is perfect kasi dun mo makikita na, I am reaching my 1 million goal. Last but not the least, my favorite tip na lagi ko kailangan sabihin sa'yo, hide your money. May digital banks, may passbooks dyan, may mga time deposits dyan. If you can hide your money, hide your money. Kasi out of sight, out of mind. I love sharing this because, guys, ganun ko siya ginawa. Iba-ibang passbook, iba-ibang goals ko yan. Now that there's digital banks, iba-ibang usage rin siya. Because, again, you can try this tactic. Because kung hindi mo nakikita yung pera mo, nakikita mo na, oh my God, I need to work harder. I need to make sure na kailangan ko pa kumita na mas malaki. Because, isa-spend ko sa next month? If tinatago mo yung money mo, nasa asset sheet mo siya, na tinatrack mo pa rin naman, dapat tinatrack mo pa rin, at least nakikita mo yung daily expense mo na account. Ay, magkano na lang siya? If I don't work hard, if I don't try to, let's say, to scrimp on some expenses na hindi ko dapat bilhin, hindi ko dapat kainin, then mawawalan ako ng money. Pero kung guys, lagi mo nakita, ay, lahat ng pera mo na dyan lang, parang feeling mo, oh my gosh, ang dami ko pang pera, go, spend. Especially this is for the persons na mabilis matukso, hide your money. I always teach, even sa mga friends ko, tinatago namin siya. Even my friends, guys, tinatago namin siya. Nasa ibang passbook siya na walang online access para hindi mo ma-withdraw yung pera niyan. Pahirapan mag-withdraw. That's a perfect tactic tip. Reaching your first 1 million is always a journey. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Mahaba yung proseso na yan, and it will take time. You do not need to rush things. Take it to your own timing. Make personal finance journey personal. Lagi ko sinasabi yan eh. Hindi siya pwedeng what fits for me might fit for you. I'm just sharing my story here to serve as inspiration. Tingnan nyo kung anong mga tips ko that might work for you. Lahat ng templates ko, libre yan. We will never sell those. Gamitin nyo. But do not forget, guys, that personal finance is a personal journey. If you keep on comparing yourself with others, you'll always have that dissatisfaction sa buhay. Kaya never ever compare your journey with other people's journey. Yes, pwede mo sila gawin as inspiration, but never as somebody na same. Because iba yung kwento ng buhay nila sa kwento ng buhay mo. Don't forget that your life is as colorful as everyone else's life. Your personal finance journey is also as colorful as somebody else's. So, hindi po siya tama na kino-compare natin ang bawat isa. Do not fall into that pitfall. Kasi a lot of people might saying na, uy, tingnan mo tong classmate natin, ang dami-dami na ng pera. Again, that's not your life. Buhay ng iba yan. Focus on your life. And of course, share with me your journey. Guys, kwento nyo sa akin. Pwede nyo comment down below kung ayaw nyo naman i-comment. Pwede nyo ako i-PM. But also, get back to me pag na-reach mo yung first 1 million mo. I want to celebrate it with you. Because I think we have to talk about it even more. Diba? And we have to serve as inspiration din. Kwentuhan nyo kung ano yung mga tactics that you did to make your first 1 million. And if ever meron gumana sa mga tactics ko, let me know as well because I'm so happy that we share it. And maraming salamat to everyone that even watched the first 100,000 video, sharing to me your journey, and bumabalik po talaga kayo because na-reach nyo yung 100k goal nyo. I'm so happy because that's why I create these kind of videos. I'm so happy to celebrate it with you. Kaya guys, I'm rooting for you. Definitely kayang-kaya mo i-reach yung first 1 million goal mo, and then I'm sure you're going to reach your next few millions in a matter of time lang yan. I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye guys!